Hi, this is Tracey from GiftBasketAppeal, and today we're going to be taking these cute embellishments that I made from a previous video, and we're going to turn them into cards. So, let's get started. In case you hadn't seen that video, I will leave a link in the description box below. These are just super adorable and they're so much fun to make, and I use the Dollar Tree stickers for these. So I wanted to show you how easy these can come together. I'm going to be using this spooky paper collection from Miss Kate Cuttables, but it's not spooky, but it is really cute. So let me just show you how adorable these papers are. And there's 16 papers, and they're single-sided. So look how pretty that is. Got that nice pattern to it with the candy corn and the pumpkins. Got spider webs. Got some, I guess these would be googly eyes. I think I'm going to use this one. I'm not sure yet. And I love this with the background, the white background on it. Really makes it real fun. And if you look closely, it's like the witch's shoes and stockings. These would make great little things to decorate embellishments with. So I'm going to keep that in mind because I like that. I might do that in a future project. And this paper is so pretty. It almost makes you not want to cut it up and use it. But what am I saving it for, right? So this is the first time I'm using the Miss Kate Cuttables. So let me know if you've ever used this before. Look how pretty this is. I really like this candy corn right here. These you can actually, I would cut them out in strips kind of and use them on a card just to give you another idea. I think that can work. Really cute. Look how cute this is. Really adorable, not frightening at all. Which I like my cards to be fun, not frightening. And so that looks cute too. You can cut out this also, cut out the little ghost and use it on something else as well. It sounds like another video. This one is really cute with the bats. So it gives you a nice variety of colors. For some reason though, that purple, green and orange with the black really pops. I'm loving those colors. And those are those, forgot what name of these candies, but I liked how they redid them. They're usually those peppermint candies. I like the way they redid these. So I'm loving the way those look. But all of these, to me, I can cut these out and use them on something to make more embellishments. Look at this. I'm loving this pattern. Just really a nice variety of paper. So adorable. Oh, and this one looks almost like this other one, except they put a little bit of white in there. It's almost like you see that? A little bit of white in there, so that looks just a little bit different than the other one. Nice idea. And I'm loving this too. Now this actually, if you look closely, it is little candies, but it's also got like a Dracula in here. At least that's what it looks like to me. Actually, it looks like a Dracula. It looks like a pumpkin actually. That one kind of plays with the eyes a little bit. Okay, I see the pumpkin in there. Okay. Moving right along, here's one with all the little candies on it. Super fun. Super fun. This one right here, absolutely adorable with the little black cat or kitten. It's so cute. And the bats. I love that combination. And it's still got the purple and the greens and the orange in there on the white background. And who could go wrong with polka dots, right? So I have to see if I want to use this one because I'm going to be making 4 cards, so I got lots of choices here. Another one with the candy corn all kind of thrown about, mixed up and stuff. These would make nice borders for your cards too. We'll see. And last but not least, one with some colorful bats in those fun colors. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and choose my paper. so I can start. And let me just show you for my background here. Okay, so for my cards, I'm just going to do a black and white. So I'm making 4 of those. And then I cut some of these out. I might layer these using this paper, some of these papers. So we'll see how it all comes together. Okay, so now it's time to start putting these cards together. And I had a hard time picking out the paper that I wanted because every piece of paper looks good. But that's okay. I've got some left over to make other things. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this flat on my card because I already have enough dimension on here. So this will pop a lot, you know, so you don't have to really add more dimension. But if you want, you can do that. And so I like to work in layers. And I'm just going to cut this down just a little bit more. And so when I'm measuring my card, this card is 5.5 by 4 1/4. It's my favorite size card to make. It's an A2 size card. And so all I do is I come down about 1/4 of an inch when I'm cutting my paper. This one, I think I came down 1/2 an inch on this. And then I cut a little bit, like maybe a 1/4 of an inch, sometimes 1/8 of an inch, just to give this a little bit of a border on there. So I was kind of cutting real fast, but it's all good. So I thought I'd use that spider web paper because it's super adorable. And you notice I'm cutting with scissors. I'm not using my trimmer right now. But initially I used my trimmer. So if you need to use make a lot of cards, use your trimmer and get your measurements right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of the AdTech Crafters tape. I'll probably be using some art glitter glue as well. And you just can't go wrong with these because everything matches so well. Okay, lining that up. And so if you ever want to make your card pop, just add a little bit of a border to it. And I'm going to add it to my card. And my card is going to be this way. So now just another technique, before I put that on there, I was thinking about doing something like this, coming across here. This will go up on the top here. And then just adding the polka dot paper, because I have some leftover polka dot paper. Add that to here just to kind of make it fun. Just showing y'all another idea. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that on. Let's see. Let's put that on here. That looks right about. That looks right. And just do it like that. Maybe let that go all the way across there, just like that. So I'm just adding something else, like maybe a strip, just to make it look fun. And then cut that off. So this is just another thing to do with your leftover pieces, like your little small pieces of paper. It almost gives it the effect of having a ribbon on there. Just line it up right there. And I've got enough room for my owl. And so if that's not enough for you and you want to add a little bit of white into there, you can. And I would just do something like this. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm just doing this so I can show you different ideas. And then maybe you want to add 1 or 2 techniques into your own card making, right? Just another idea, so it kind of makes it look like it has a little ribbon effect on it. And I gotta let that that gel pen dry a little bit. And see how that nice white background really makes it pop. And I've got stuff sticking on here. Put my pen back in my glue. let's see, something like that, or I can just go straight on like that. It's just up to you. Just giving you ideas, and you don't have to do that. Okay, so let's get this on here now. So just think in terms of border. You're putting a border around almost everything, all your smaller pieces of paper. It really makes a difference in your card making. And the liquid glue, as opposed to the AdTech Crafters tape, gives you a little bit of time to move it around in case you haven't placed it right. I mean, this glue does dry quick, but at least you have a little bit of time to move everything around and maneuver it. And so that's super adorable. So let's go ahead and put this on. And remember, this is the packaging. If you hadn't seen the other video, this is the packaging from like a cereal box or something. I can't remember, but that's what I use. And the shape of this comes from my stamping block. So I use that as my template. Okay. And look how cute that is. So fun. Oh my goodness. Look how fun that looks. Okay, and I usually leave the inside blank. And so the embellishment is the thing that has all of the decoration on it. So you just have to do a few things and you're good to go. All right, so that's the first one. Let's do another one. Got a little assembly line going. Look how adorable that paper looks. Once again, I'm using a solid on top of the black background, and then I'm using a patterned paper. And look how that green really makes it pop. Or you could do an orange on there, which we'll do that on one of the other ones. And then you got your embellishment right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and add that on. That really looks adorable. And so if you wanted to just make a bunch of cards, leave this the way it is, and then add something in later, you can. So that's just another idea. Okay, and look at that. Once again, I'm going to do that right there. Yeah, let's just, I don't know, I just want to make it crooked, right? And now you've got that going on, and you could just leave it like that. Look how fun it looks. Now another thing you can do is take your candy corns, float them above the top and the bottom like that. It's just another idea that you can do on there. Let's see. Okay, so that's card number 2. And I already put my paper in there to write out my sentiment. Write a little note in there. October is a fun month because it's my mother's birthday. So she'll be celebrating her 84th birthday. Yes, and her birthday is on October 31st. This would be fun to get friends together and just kind of make a bunch of cards. See how many cards you can make out of that paper pack. And let me just make sure I got that on okay. You just kind of challenge yourself to make a bunch of cards out of that paper pack. I've done that before in a video too. Gives you lots of ideas. And you see how really cute that looks with that that orange border. You got the black, the solid orange, and then the polka dot orange. Okay, and this is card number 3. And you can do it horizontally as well. Look how pretty that looks even without anything on it. Kind of like some stationery. It could be like a note card. Ooh, look at that. My mind is going here while I'm creating. My mind is going. I'm just going to put this just like that. At the top there. And let's see. Got some paper here. See, I will start to not match everything. I like to work with patterns. And so that's where, okay, I'm going to do this. That's where I just can't stop myself. I like patterns together. It could be a stripe, polka dots, plaid with polka dots. It doesn't matter. I love it. Okay, let's see. Could go all the way across just like that too. Kind of gives a ribbon effect on there. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just eyeballing this, having fun. I'm really loving this paper. And I'll put the link to where I got this paper from. Okay, and just put that right there. And then you've got just a little border on there, kind of gives it that ribbon effect. Now if you want, you can go and put something like this on here too. Put another little pumpkin right here maybe. Maybe put it here. I don't really like to, I want to put it off to the corner there. And if you want to pop some mounting tape on there, you could do that too. That way you have some dimension on there. Just going to put that right there. And look how adorable. I can add more stuff to it. I can add some little sequins in here if I want. There's just so much you can do. You can add more, let's see. Put some more candy corn up there in the corner. Right off to the side. Let's go ahead and do that. And we want our candy corn not to be straight up. We want it to kind of look like it's falling down. And there you go. Another fun card. Using the same paper pack. So that's card number 3. So adorable. Okay, let's go ahead and work on our last card. And I wanted to use that back paper. And I'm using a white background on this one. This paper right here is a textured paper. I absolutely love it. On the other side, the inside is not textured. So it's just like on one side it's textured paper. This is so cute. That looks really pretty with the green around it. Yeah, I know many of you said that sometimes it takes you a long time to make your cards, so I'm hoping that this will give you some inspiration for kind of cutting up those papers and starting to get, whether it's Halloween paper or Christmas or whatever, and just start to, don't be afraid to cut into the papers. I think that's the hardest thing. It's just like you want the paper to remain the way it is, and then you end up carrying it into next year. And you don't need to do that. Go ahead and make some cards. Even if you don't send them out yet, you'll have an occasion to send it out at some point. And then you'll have a card stash too. So it's okay to have a stash of cards that you make and just have fun. Isn't that adorable? Oh, goodness, I'm loving this. So these are now those little embellishments that were made from the boxes. No one really knows that it was made from packaging. Now you have your embellishments that are turned into cards. So you can have a weekend where you just do a bunch of embellishments and then you do the card bases the next weekend, because I know a lot of people's time is limited. But that's why I'm trying to give you all these ideas to hopefully I'm making it easier for you. Look at that. I am loving that. That is so adorable. Okay, and I'm going to put some pumpkins right there. I don't want my pumpkins to go in the same direction. Super fun. Okay, so another idea, once again, you can do some stitching around that white area there. You can put little dots on there, like right in that white area, or I can do stitching right here on the back, on the black, right here. And if I was to do it, of course, I would do it in white, just to make that. I wonder what that would look like. See, now y'all got me going here. Let's see. I think I'm going to do something like a squiggly line. I got to get this going a little bit here. So yeah, I'm trying to just send y'all some inspiration here. Just give you a few ideas, and this may not be, you may say I don't really want to do that around the border, and you don't have to. I just like to share as many ideas as I can, so that you can create and get inspired. That's what it's all about. Every video that I make, I'm trying to inspire you. Or I want you to come away thinking, you know what? I think I can do that. Ooh, so this is really cool. So you never know how it will look until you give it a try. And while I'm doing this, I'm thinking of another idea. If you want, you can outline the back with a gel pen, possibly. Go right around it, maybe. Just thinking out loud. Look how adorable that looks with that border around there, that squiggly border. Love it. Okay, so this is all 4 cards. This is so cute. And let me see if I can get all of them in the screen here. So we went from embellishment to cards. End up adding one of those there. We'll see. So I hope this gave you a little bit of inspiration. Again, this is the Miss Kate Cuttables spooky paper, but I'll leave all of the names of everything below. Who would have known that those Dollar Tree stickers would spark my imagination into embellishments and into cards. So we did 4 cards in a reasonable amount of time. I hope this inspired you. Give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, we're heading towards 100,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. This has been a wonderful journey. I'll see you real soon. Bye.